Today's horror manga dubbing narration is Clayman, from the horror anthology 100 Ghost Stories of My Own Death by Matono Anji. If you enjoy the story at any point in time, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this chilling tale. Our story begins with a clay sculpture that a young boy had created. Ever since I transferred schools, I haven't made a single friend. So, I made a friend out of clay when I was feeling bored. His name is Clayman. It was just a joke, of course. I got bored right away, then quit. But that was when he heard a voice from behind him. "Hey, you!" As he turned around, he saw that the clay sculpture was speaking to him. He couldn't believe his eyes or ears as it spoke to him some more. "You, over there! Spray some water on me! Can't you see? I'm cracking from the dryness?" The boy thought that he had to be dreaming or imagining things, but as the situation sat in, he ran as fast as he could through the house, grabbing a squirt bottle and spraying water all over him. "Oh, yes, that hits the spot." I couldn't wrap my head around it at first, but soon enough, the two of us became close. Thanks to Clayman, I laughed the hardest I have in ages. The two of them played together and smiled amongst one another. The next day, when the boy returned home from school, he heard a bunch of clacking of his keyboard and clicking of his mouse. It was the Clayman, and he was working on his laptop, researching something. Hey, don't touch that without my permission. You got it dirty." The Clayman spoke to him, his voice now more hoarse. "Hear me out, Haruto. Based on my research, I found out that I'm a Tsukumogami, a spirit inhabiting an object. It's like I'm a god. Pretty cool, huh?" But Haruto did not reply to the clay sculpture. "Haruto, what's wrong? Are you in a bad mood?" "I'm talking of my friends from school, so could you leave me alone?" But then, the clay soldier shattered his phone. "You idiot! What are you doing?" "Friends? I'm the only friend you need. And are you sure they're really your friends? Who would want to hang around a guy who plays with clay?" The two of them glared at one another for a moment, and then Haruto spoke. "It's weird. I just feel like humans should be friends with other humans. At the end of the day, clay is just a toy to play with." "Hey, wait, calm down for a second. If you put me back like this, I'll dry up and die. Please, just this once, open the box. I beg of you." Haruto stood there for a moment, staring at the box, wrestling with his thoughts. Ultimately, he decided to release the Clayman. What he saw was that the Clayman had transformed into a new form, his voice even more lower. "Ha ha ha, I look great, don't you think? I'm just like a human now." But not liking the Clayman's new form, Haruto immediately shut the box. "I knew something was up with him." He threw the box containing the sculpture into the trash. Clayman truly terrified me on that day, so I threw him out. The next day at Haruto's school, he was greeted by a classmate.
Haruto, go and buy us some bread. We're friends, aren't we?
And so, Haruto went to the school cafeteria, fighting amongst the other students to get as much bread as possible for these so-called friends. Finally, he had gotten enough and began to make his way up the stairwell. The door to the rooftop ever so slowly creaked open, and a silhouette emerged.
Oh? Haruto. That was quick.
But little did they know, that was not Haruto, but the Clayman. His countenance formed a sinister glare, as the male student looked at him in utter disgust.
The hell you supposed to be?
How gross. After those words, a strange smile formed on the sculpture as the student approached him, throwing a punch.
Say something!
But to this student's dismay, his arm got stuck within the clay as it twisted about, breaking each individual bone and causing the student to scream in agony. Damn you! A few moments later, Haruto had finally made his way up toward the rooftop, but what he saw was someone or something awaiting him at the doorwell. It was the Clayman, who had once again reverted back to its original form. Clayman? Why are you here? Don't tell me. You came for revenge? I came for my friend. Let's go home. But the boy looked at the doorway, and it was sealed with clay. The door? Why is it sealed shut? My friends are waiting for me behind it. He looked at the Clayman into his eyes as the entity uttered, "What did you say? I'm the only friend that you need in this world, Haruto." Haruto looked away for a moment as the Clayman whispered into his ear, "That's right, isn't it?" The boy replied to the Clayman saying, Of course it is. The only friend I'll ever need is Clayman." Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah de Jesus, Moto Surf, Cleo, Dason Animus, Ali Wei, Pteranodon Girl 1, and Myuu. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.